Hey everyone, so I am going to do a video on how to change the cartridge in a T-Slim insulin pump. So I'm actually doing this video for my mother, but I figured that I could help somebody else too. So this is the T-Slim pump, and this is the actual site that we'll be putting in, or that was already in. I've had my daughter actually disconnect. So you can see the cannula. So she's actually pulled this out of her stomach where she had her pump site. So when you first go to do that, you'll have them disconnect completely, and you will hit the top button. So there's the lock button here. You'll hit that so that you get the 1, 2, 3 screen. And then you're going to see this. So this is a little bit backwards maybe, but you're going to hit options. So there's the bolus on top and options on the bottom. You're going to hit options. And then there is some different options that you can choose. Hopefully I can get this to zoom in a little bit better. So you're going to hit the third option that says load. So when you do that, you're going to get some more options, and you're going to hit change cartridge. So there's 4 options here, and there's check marks, and it will turn green once it's been completed, and you do them in order. So the very first one, you're going to hit the very top one, which is change cartridge. It's going to give you this message, and the good thing with the T-Slim pump is it actually walks you step by step through this. So it says disconnect the infusion set from your body and press next, which we've already done that. So we're going to hit next, and then it is going to prepare for the cartridge. Now it says remove the cartridge and install a filled cartridge. Press unlock when this is completed. So there is a little blue button in the top right hand corner with the unlock. So you have your cartridge, and then you have your syringe and your needle. So I take out the syringe and put the needle on like this. And then you're going to put insulin into the syringe. So with the T-Slim pump, you have to have at least 100 units, which you are going to fill up to the 1 ml or whatever it is. I don't even know it. Yeah, it's 1 ml. So for Gracie, I change her pump every 3 days. So I usually put in about 120 units. So you just fill it up. So I take it to about the 3rd line. So you can see, sorry. So the 3rd line after the 1. So then what you're going to do, now this is a little bit different if you've had the earlier T-Slim. This is the newer version of the T-Slim. So with the new one, what they have you do is actually, so you're going to take the cartridge out, and then you see the little white hole, or it's like a little sponge. You're actually going to put the needle in like that. So it goes into the cartridge. Sometimes it doesn't always go in, and that's okay. It's still in far enough. So like right there, the needle, you can still see the needle, but it's in there, so that's fine. So what you do is you take it like this. So you're going to hold it like this, and then you're going to pull the plunger to get all the air out of the cartridge. So you can see how you can see the insulin, but there's some air in there. So then you take it out, and then I turn it over and I just flick it to get all the air out. And then you're just going to push the plunger to get all the air out. And then you're going to, you see the little bit of insulin coming. So that way you know all the air is out. So now here you can see how the insulin is just a little over the 1 ml. So you're going to take the cartridge back and put it in the little sponge. If I can get it in there. And then I just hold it like this and push it in very slowly. Okay, I don't have it in good enough. There we go. So then I just push it in real slow. Until it's all the way in, and then you take it out. So that's the alarm saying that we're in the middle of this. Okay, so now this is filled. This is what we're going to use. So you hit the 1, 2, 3, And then there's a little error message saying the cartridge loading process has not been completed. So now we're going to remove everything to put the new cartridge in. So right here, the connection, you're going to unscrew it. And then you're going to take off the case. So then you'll have just the pump like this. Now, there's little grooves. Whoops. Right here. See the little grooves there? So what I do is I take a spoon, or you can take a quarter or a butter knife or whatever, and I just put it right here, and then I just turn it. Now there we go. And then just turn it, and then it pops right off. And then you're going to take your new cartridge that we just filled, and there's little grooves right there, and you just slide it on and then click it. So once you do that, it's going to say press next, which you'll get the blue button. So we're going to hit next, and then it's saying detecting cartridge and a loading process. And then this is when I put the case back on. And so you put the case back on, and then it's good. You're going to have your cannula, your inset. That was just low power. That wasn't anything. So you have your inset, and take it off. And you take the plastic around and then the piece of paper here. And then you're going to take your inset, and you're going to take the tubing and completely unravel it. So there are little grooves on the insets that you can see that we will use, but we're not going to use them yet. So we don't want to. So if you take the tubing and you put it in this when you're loading the insulin, then it creates air in it. So you don't want to do that. You just want to leave it free. You're going to take this connection and this one from the cartridge and put it on and twist it shut. And then on the pump, it will say, make sure your set is disconnected from your body and securely connect the tubing to your cartridge. Press next to start filling your tubing with insulin. So you're going to hit next, and then it's going to say start fill tubing. So there's a green start button, and you do that. So I just leave this free. Remember, we don't want to put that in that groove. You're going to take this blue part off of the needle, and then there's this white sticky stuff that's on the adhesive, and you're going to unravel that. So then you just have, there's a horrible glare. There we go. So then you just have the needle and this adhesive. So this takes about 16 units for it to fill, and you can see, maybe. Anyways, it says fill tubing, and then it's got a stop button. So once you see 2 drops of insulin on the needle, then that's when you're going to hit stop. That's when you know it's full. And again, this takes about 16 units for this to get filled. I'm going to call my daughter in here. Gracie? Come here. Leave your phone in there, please. What? Leave your phone in the other room. Turn it off. Turn your phone off, please. What? I'm going to put your pump on. It's her favorite part. Okay, so now you can see the little drops of insulin coming through the needle. So then you'll hit stop, and then it's going to say stopping fill, and it's going to load. So you're going to wait until that says 100%.
Boo poop. And Grandma, really, I don't want you to do it.
Okay, so it says if you see drops at the end of the tubing, press done. If no insulin drops are noticed, press fill to continue filling. So this took 15.6 units. So you're going to hit the blue button that says done. Stop it. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you will have, I'm going to, listen, stop,
Okay.
please. You're going to see this little plastic thing. So you're just going to grab it like this and pull it until you hear it click. So then it's going to come out. Now this is when you're going to take the tubing and put it in the little groove. So I have alcohol pads, which Mom, they are in the cupboard up top by the kitchen table. Okay. So I try and switch sides. So I just rub it with alcohol and then let that dry. So if you put it on there when it's still wet, the adhesive will not stick. So we're going to put that tubing in that groove again. And then you will see on this inset in particular, there's little grooves right here. This is where you're going to put your thumb and your pointer finger. So you're going to hold it like that. So let's see. Okay, yes, it can see. So where I just cleaned off, I'm going to put it right here. Don't jump. No, I'm doing your belly. Come here. So you just put it there. Hold your shirt up, please. And
I just don't want to do it there.
please. Well, I'm so sorry. Stop, because I'm recording this and putting it on YouTube, so everyone's going to see you acting like a baby. So you just...
I can't.
Can you please come closer? Okay, so you're going to put it there, and then you just squeeze it, and I leave it for a few seconds, and then I pull it out. So after you do that, she usually makes sure it's sticky. Then you're going to hit the fill cannula. So that is the little piece of tube that we just put in there, and it puts in 0.3 units. You hit start. Then it's going to say stopping fill, and then it's going to have a site reminder. So I have a site reminder so that way it reminds me when her pump site needs change. You hit save. And then all the check marks on the loading process are checked. So then you're going to hit done in the upper right-hand corner. And then it says resume insulin now. We are going to